I can't wait to hear your poetry.
Gonna show it my costume.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Oh my gosh, no, I
Turn
can't.
this into a
Jessica, you just
full
wrecked
stop.
me. You just wrecked me with emotion just now. I can't even, I don't want to do poetry anymore. I'm good, y'all. That was, oh, what's up, Miss Romaine? Hi, how you doing? Hey,
All right, so we can.
I'm looking forward to y'all poetry, by the way. It's gonna be amazing. My
Oh, it
goodness.
is. We're clearly not going till 9 o'clock because it's a very small group of us, obviously. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good times. So I will open up with a couple of pieces, and then we can go into Rosa.
Oh, okay. How many are you gonna say? How many are you gonna read?
To just 2 short ones.
Just 2 short ones?
Yeah, I'm not featuring. This is not my show. This is y'all's show.
You need to use the bathroom, Rosa. What's going on? You okay?
I'm just breaking the ice.
I just need to take a shot, mezcal.
Oh, please do.
Take a shot for all of you.
Oh, I'll take some mezcal too.
He wasn't too.
I wish I had. I have water. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi.
Go ahead.
So
I
I'm
love
trying to say hi to you, girl.
So this first poem is actually not mine. It's by a dude I love whose name is Hanif Abdurraqib. And given the events of today, I felt it was appropriate. It's called How Can Black People Write About Flowers at a Time Like This? Dear reader, with our heels digging into the good, mud at a swamp's edge, you might tell me something about the dandelion and how it is not a flower itself, but a plant made up of several flowers at its crown. And Lord knows I've been called by what I look like, more than I've been called by what I actually am. And I wish to return the favor for the purpose of this exercise, which too is an attempt at fashioning something pretty out of seeds, refusing to make anything worthwhile of their burial. Size me up and skip whatever semantics arrive to the tongue first. Say, that boy, he looked like a hollowed out grandfather clock. He looked like $1 million God with a 2-cent heaven. Like all it takes is one kiss, and before morning, you could scatter his whole mind across a field. So that's his poem.
Nice.
I love his work. If you had not read his book, Little Devil in America, Black Notes in Praise of Black Performance, fantastic. And then this one, because it is still February, so I'm gonna do a love poem, and then I'm gonna be all the way out the way. This one's called An Ode for Lovers Not Lost, but Just Out of Reach. Baby, I don't want to date you. I want to be with you. Not like be with you. I want to be with you. And I want you to be with me. For sake of conversation, I pretend my alphabet shelters other letters, but there is only you. My midnight ice cream adventure, favorite phone call, best snickering trash talker, perfect cab, equal parts dry and fruit forward. I love your big laugh. Like a stormtrooper dispatched by Vader, I never speak of who I miss, keeping my heat beneath the surface like lava, like bacon-wrapped dates, preferring silent bridges to spoken chasms. I could diadem around a priceless gem like you forever. We are different than the fairy tales, you and I. Books cannot capture how the air suddenly shifts when it is you breathing it. Magic lacks the spatial contour of the curses your hips break when you glide into a room. And what use have we of fairies or their tales when we finally see each other at the end of a long week, exhaling the salty air of our rigorous profession to say, hey, I've missed you. But now here I am, stuck between epiphany and euphoria, desperately wondering what it is true lovers do in the middle chapters. Which hopes are foolish, which sins most immutable, which love proclamations highest likely to land on deaf ears. Baby, I don't want to date you. I want to be with you. And I want you to be with me. We know that some of the best wine can be teased out of the rockiest terrain, so why part ways right when we overcame the toil of barreling? Time and spirit and vulnerability and passion and devotion all soaked in oaken panels for long stretches of months to add an extra measure of spice to the finish. We didn't plant a random vineyard. We designed a specialty vintage that only our hands could bottle. We are not so far apart, you and I. Hearts do not measure distance the way feet do. Walking away is a choice worth being unmade for hearts whose shadows still overlap. I know Capricorns don't believe in forever. It's an insult to our pessimism. But every day, I look forward to another tomorrow with you because I don't want to date you, baby. I want us to be together. Thank you.
Wait, who wrote that? You wrote that?
Yeah. That one.
Snap.
Josh, Josh,
Beautiful.
Josh.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm like, my poem is not like, my poetry is nothing. Like, yours is like amazing. I'm just like, now I'm like,
No, because I only curate excellence. So the reason you're here is because you're excellent.
oh,
I don't invite mediocre people onto my stage.
oh. Well, I mean, there's a poem, but thank you for having me. Thank you for thinking that of me. I really appreciate you and giving me this time. I invite people, and it's like there's so many that don't really appreciate poetry. They like it, but they don't love it like we do.
Yeah.
And we know how to appreciate it. And so with that said, I wanted to share my first poem ever. And I haven't really recited this because this book was lost. My poetry book was lost, and I found it, obviously, but I wrote this poem when I was in high school. I think I was in sophomore 1995. And so this is titled Fade Away. Of course, it's a love poetry. So it's a 14-year-old or 15-year-old mindset. Title Fade Away. The love we had was like a dream. My feelings for him were so open. He left, he disappeared, thinking like a poet, if he again were to reappear. Days, weeks, and months passed. Only the shadows remained. Fingerprints were left, just dots. I have gone down the house. I have seen the fragments. They are scattered on the floor. No return. Where is my beloved one? It has disappeared. Fade away. Dun dun.
Yes. Rosa, do you want me to read your bio before you continue?
Quickly, I mean.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sean is saying yes. All right.
Uh,
All right. Rosa Frausto was born and raised in Chicago, a proud Latina actress, poet, and swim instructor who loves writing short, sweet, and to-the-point poetry. Ms. Frausto has resided in Los Angeles for 11 years now and has very recently arrived from filming, well, this was last year, filming a new independent feature in, I don't know how to pronounce this.
it's pronounced Tasco.
Tasco, okay.
Tasco Guerrero, that's where I filmed the movie in August.
Got it. The XC gets me every time. In Tasco Guerrero, Mexico. She has 2 new films coming out this year, 2022, titled Eyes Upon Waking and a short film titled Esperanza. In 2020, Ms. Frausto performed on stage for the well-known Boyle Heights Theater, Casa 0101. It was there where she performed several plays for the amazing creators of Chicanas, Cholas, y Chisme. Ms. Frausto also played Nurse Linda for Cinnamon Rivera's new 10-minute play in I Am a Star for the Frida Kahlo Theater Company, the 10-minute Virtual Theater Festival 2021. Amazed, thrilled, and proud, Ms. Frausto accomplished getting her poem, A Man, selected and published in the Los Angeles Poets for Justice, a document for the people. For more info on her acting work, you can look her up on IMDb.
Thank you so much, Josh, for that beautiful introduction.
Of course.
I appreciate it. And I'm going live with my Instagram so they can hear my poetry as well, because I think they should hear it too. So this is a second one that I also wrote in high school. And then, is it appropriate to recite some like sexual poems that I wrote? Because I know there.
Yes. The only mom with the kids here said yes, so yeah, go for it. Take us away and show us how babies are made.
Okay, so sounds good. This one is titled To Be, and I wrote this in 1995 as well. I'd love to be the air, to touch every part of your body. I'd love to be the rain, to feel you from head to toe. I'd love to be your towel, to dry each drop of water from your skin. I'd love to be your blanket, to have all your warmth of every night. I'd love to be the instrument of your hands, to feel and hear each song that comes from your charming heart. Tan tan. And then it goes on to the next one. The next one is called It Hurts. It's titled It Hurts. My fingers hurt from too much writing, and only for you. My eyes hurt from too much thinking, and only for you. My heart hurts from so much love, and only for you. It hurts me more not to speak and tell you how much feelings I have for you, and only for you. Tan tan. I hope you guys get that tan tan at the end. Sometimes we don't know when the poems are ending, right? All right, so the next one is called, this one I wrote in my senior year in high school. And then after this, I'm gonna read my newest ones, like my Las Sucias. The Maze. It wasn't until we met when I realized I walked into a maze. My body searches with a straight face. I've been in this maze before, but it has different colors. I ask myself, is this a trap? Someone please give me a map. In this maze, he appears in solid colors and vanishes in bright ones. My mind tells me to end the search and cut through the maze and forget my crave. My escape isn't final. He appears and shows me his real colors. A color I've worn before. This color is tempting. This color is craving. I can't resist. I'm staying in this maze until I fall out of it. Until I fall out of it, despite all of my starving. Tan tan. Thank you for that. I have one more from high school, and then I promise I'll start the next ones. I have like 3 more. This one's titled Love Me If You Dare. Love me if you dare, without intimidation, for my glass is half full and yours half empty. Love me if you dare. Come close, for my heart is open and yours a bit frozen. Love me if you dare. Lay your hand upon mine, for my touch will show desire and yours will begin to admire. Love me if you dare. Let's make the glass full and make our hearts warm. For you will see my love is no dare. Tan tan. All right, here comes the the bad poetry, like the dirty poetry. All right. Okay. I have how much time do I have, Josh? I know we're doing like 15 minutes. And I know my poetry is short and sweet and to the point.
Yeah. So you have 3 more?
3 more.
Yeah, you can do all of them. You're good.
3 is fine.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I have a lot more, but I want everyone to have their time. All right, cool. Thank you. Let me see which one I want to start off with first. All right. Where's that one? Sorry. It's not that, but that. Okay. Come closer. That's the title of it. Stare at me and only at me. Walk towards me. Take slow steps. Stop right there. Smile. Let me see you and only you. Talk with me with your eyes. Express all your desires. Come closer. Breathe. Share your arm in mine. Lock me in your skin. Claim our bodies. Ignite us. Unite us. Let it be us and only us. Conquer up our hearts. Two heated souls. Embracing love. Connecting. Tan tan. That one wasn't the dirty one. That was just like the love one. I just can't find there's a very, like, not so, I can't find it though. The second one is, this one's called Paint Me. Colorful soft brush, paint my skin, tickle my soul. Create me a new piece. Proceed with caution. My laughter is contagious. Stay focused, stay keen. Incorporate fiery lines. Stroke gentle lines on me. Produce fiercely. Mix me in warm shades. Make fine art on me. Body paint makes me happy. Let my skin always be your canvas. Tan tan. All right, I want to end it that too. I can say a Spanish one too.
Go
Do we
for it. I
speak
mean, we're not pressed for time. It's not even 7:30 yet. So if you want to do like another one and a Spanish one, like you're good.
Okay. All right. I'll do a Spanish. I'll do a Spanish one. It's called Piel Morena. Soy de piel morena. I am dark brown sugar skin. Proud mexicana. Tall en tacones, pero chiquita en life. Tiny y mighty. Soy dad's negrita. It is a fact. Black don't crack. Free de arrugas. Winter piel de miel. Se va my favorite skin tone. Adios, hasta summertime. Tan tan. And the last one it has a bad word in it, but it means well. It's titled, This Fucking Finger. All right. This fucking finger is so fucking awesome. Relax. I'm not promoting any sort of abuse. To say fuck you really makes me feel so wholesome. It's so fucking electric. It gives my soul extra fuse. When I smile and show you my middle finger, I really mean I fucking love you. Fuck is just a great word to say on a daily. It should be said to many on a positive view, that is. Use it safe. Know your limits. Use it wisely. And remember, I fucking love you. Dun dun.
Yes. Gracias, Rosa.
Woo! Woo!
We're here for it. See, this is why I brought you on. I knew you were gonna
There's
bring
a
it
30
up.
one. I can't find it, but go ahead and maybe I'll find another later.
Okay, for sure.
But go ahead, Sean. You're next, Sean. Thank you.
All right. Sean, you're actually not next, but you're gonna be coming up. All right. For those who are watching whether now or in the future, that was the illustrious Rosa Frausto and her amazing poetry. Please follow her at her name. All right. Coming to the virtual stage next is poet Romaine. I'm going to read your bio first. Romaine Washington, she, her, is the author of the poetry collection Purgatory Has an Address, published by Bamboo Dark Press 2021, nominated for a Pushcart Prize, and Sirens in Her Belly by Jamie in 2015. Washington's poetry has been nominated for Best of the Net and has appeared in local and national publications, including New Direction, Howard University, Lowell Water Review, Emory University, The Black Scholar, and California English. She has presented her poetry in community and national venues, including Inside SoCal LA, CBS 2, KCAL 9, NPR, KPFK, and the National Poetry Slam. You can find out more about her upcoming readings on her website, RomaineWashington.com. Also, I had the pleasure of reading with her, and she's fantastic. Romaine, it's all you.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Why am I nervous?
I don't know. You're awesome.
You were fucking good. Rosa. I'm trying to figure out what I want to read. I had everything pulled out. I'm just going to go by my numbers that I pulled out. Let me see here. I have got, yeah, I'll start with this. This is kind of funky fun, since we're reading things about love and adoration. And this is kind of like my ideal kind of guy. No, I won't say that. This is a Hell to Black Men. And you guys are going to help me out, because when you see my hand like that, you're going to say black man. Okay. Okay, let's try it. So you're going to have to unmic. Everybody's going to have to unmic.
Okay.
All right, is everybody on mic, or just us?
Everyone's unmuted.
There we go. Sorry.
Yes. Unless you got noise in the background.
Oh, what are you?
Noisy kids, maybe, but you know.
Oh, I have an echo. Can you hear that? Or
With all of us.
Oh, we're
Yes, I think it's you and
Work.
because they're in the same house on two different computers, so it's feeding into it.
Okay, now I'm not. Okay. Well, it'll just be the crew. Okay, so when I do my hand like this, you're gonna say black man. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Black
man.
Oh, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3.
Black man.
Okay, so here we go. He don't wear kente cloth. He is the original fabric. He walk with sun crown beaming aura. He got international currency in his stroll. His stroll don't dip and sag, don't wear pants 2 sizes too small. He breathes in stride, his walk and talk cipherings divine. Evolution of language, consonants consummating new meanings. He knows what he means. He is his own dictionary beyond labels and labeling, though media try. He be the quintessential definition of define. He don't speak the language, he is the language. Lips loaded with heavy artillery, life and death in the power of his tongue. Word is bond and beyond, hieroglyphic revelation, verbal improvisation, build a hip hop nation within a nation. Take the roots of history, manifest griot humanity, straight from the source, dread a new destiny, 'cause he be all that. Oh yes, he be all that on the yang side, and on the yin side, he knows how to wash dishes, cook meals. He don't wait for someone to cook for him and make him a plate after working all day long. He understands what it takes to create a strong bond. He is the response in responsibility, ability he has to meet he need, me need, we need unity to community, communicating, visionary, revelating, show enough, strong stuff, tough when he need to be, mentor when he see a need, knowledge dropping, planting seeds, harvest sharing, strong arm caring. He don't wear kente cloth. He is the original fabric, and the weave cannot be unraveled. It is the weave of ancestral choirs, the sinew of blood of primordial tribes. From earth shaped he, in him big, strong hand, man intimately woven, and the color of the fabric is black. The feel of the fabric is
Black
Black
man.
Yeah.
the scent of the fabric is
Black
Black
man.
the sound of the fabric is,
Black
Black man.
and the weave cannot be unraveled because he don't wear kente cloth. He is the original fabric, and his name is father, brother, friend, lover.
Black man.
And his name is father, brother, friend, lover.
Black man.
And his name is father, brother, friend, lover, black
Black
man.
man.
Yes. Okay.
You got me feeling good about myself.
That's the plan, black man. Okay. So let's, oh, what is my computer doing? Oh, that's what it's doing. Okay, let me go on to lineage. And I wrote this a while ago. It took me a long, long time to craft it the way that I experienced it, to capture it. And I wrote this when I was in South Carolina in a hotel room. I had just come back from a writer's workshop, and it's called Lineage. Black back bent, she rolls her burdened vacuum, more noise than suction, over a stained smothered rug. Black back bent, lugs a mop full of mud-colored water across the bathroom floor that reeks of mildewed rain. Thin, moist, biscuit-colored hands shimmy a duster across hard surfaces. Muscles move by rote. Black back bent, her wiry frame attached to a pound of keys jangling from her waist. Black back bent. I want to invite her to sit a while, tell her a story to make her laugh like sun ray between walnut trees. I want her to rest while I fill the tub with lavender water, brush her too busy hair into a bergamot sleep, massage the ache from between her knuckles, tell her it is someone else's turn. Nurture her as though she was my grandmother, working too much, too long, too hard. Black back bent. She asks if I mind if she rests her feet, sits down long enough to recite a Sunday school story about being beat down but rising up. Says, God is the great pool stick, maneuvering us folks, bouncing everywhere in and out of pockets. This here keeps my pockets full of time, unalone, meeting folks like you. She rocks herself up, black back bent, rolls her cart out the room, a distant jangle of keys. Thank you. Too kind, too kind.
He's brushing his hair right now.
Oh, he's got to be smooth. I love it. I feel like I should read one poem from each of my books. So I'm going to read, I'm going to read Brer Boombox because we're talking about hair. And this is from Purgatory Has an Address. It's a little long, but 1. Leroy and them got clean, wild laughs like air full of jokes and Afro pics. I never hear they mama tell them be safe, come home, but no she do. They a little older than me, don't really know them, but feel like I do. Like the bus be a 200-year-old boat we've been riding too long. I lean my head full of tired sun against the window. Bus stop, door belches open. Leroy and them loud talking, thud walking, claim territory in the back of the bus. Boom box blasting, wave your hands in the air. Feel like there's no air in here. But Leroy laughed like cool grass and green trees. Hey driver, why we ain't got no air in here? Black Mac, our regular driver, would have made a joke like he be part of we, be fam. Leroy would lean back, put headphones on, bop, quiet smile, satisfied. 2. Hank is white shirt, small frame, looking like sweat don't know his name. Type of man who might chuckle but never heave a full laugh. If he did, you might think he was passing gas. Wasn't one of us in talk, skin, deed, or thought. Never had to strategize to get what he want. He rear viewing Leroy without a clue of what to say or do. You need to hold that noise down. You're disturbing the other passengers. Leroy laughs a little too loud and long. Hank's face is beat, but he don't call for backup, does not back up, stands his ground. He parks, white pants, walks stern to the back of the bus, orders Leroy and them kill the sound or get off. Leroy and them look like they murdered just for fun. Who you think you talking to, little man? I paid like everybody else. Go on up and drive. No one say nothing. I face forward, quick scuffle. Leroy and them jump off the bus, Afro picks bobbing in the air, boom box clutch to chest, bass beating fear and feet. They fly into invisible. I want to say, Leroy, this ain't what it means to be a man, but that moment be gone. I stare at flies hovering over stabbed beads of blood. Okay, so that's for Leroy. So let me get back to, I'm gonna read 2 more poems. I think I have time for 2 more. Okay. And these 2 come from my other book, which is Sirens in Her Belly. And I'm gonna read one called The Boy Next Door. It's a true guy. You know, the other one was kind of fantasy. That was the true story. And so is Sacrament. I'm gonna end with Sacrament. We run like 2 bunnies in an open field, chasing fairy wishes, fuzzy angel hairballs floating slightly out of grass. Disappointment comes in the cup of empty fist. You kiss my palm, call me cuz, as we make plans to try again. You and me, Bruce Lee, wooden boards between 2 bricks, hi-ya! We chop our hands, juicy, bruised, steak red tender, pretend it don't hurt, but find anything else to do. We sneak Oreos and Kool-Aid, eat the middle first. White icing coats our teeth, followed by black cookie, washed down by red sugar water. We mainline our summers in a rush of sweet 110 degrees of sun, toasting us like Oreo crust. To cool down, we water the garden, slip off our shoes, we being the most important plants. H2O in arched back giggles, a cool in mud, in shade we play. And here comes the up the street bully wanting to pick at me because he is bored and I am here. You say, don't touch her, man. She my cuz. As big as Goliath you stand. Your words alone knock the thought out his head. I stand next to you, unrelated but by the blood transfusion of your words. She my cuz, unrelated except for the kiss in palm, watered down spine, sugar-coated mouth, bruised hand chops, and words that stop a bully in his thoughts. We didn't know it then, but this was our summer of perfect innocence. And that day has been snapshot into the photo album memory of my mind. Goliath tall and gallantly kind. And when my sister friends complain, they ain't no good men, I think of you. I think of you and smile. So that's to Lamont. And I gotta drink a little bit of water here. Thank you. And I have my last one is to a brother whose name I never knew. I don't know why I'm reading all these. I guess next month is Women's Month and I'll be reading poems about sisters and women, but this is called Sacrament. Oh, I gave him a name. I said I never knew his name. I gave him a name for this. Roosevelt sells fresh fruit on the corner, wears a suit and bow tie, straight lines, no creases, 90-degree summer, 20-degree winter, he sells pies. Roosevelt is there as sure as the stoplight. Each morning drive by to see his stark white shirt and teeth like clouds in sky, inviting me to gaze and dream. His eyes a hello of good morning. I must break even against the green go of traffic. How much, I ask. His hands full of ripe garden grown, $2. He dangles breakfast before me and I feel as though we are Adam and Eve and this is every good tree right here on this corner. Roosevelt is good and I am good. God is good. The fruit is good. The homeless are waking from their benches. I can hear the cry of rusted shopping carts. As though I were throwing money in a wishing well, I tell Roosevelt to feed someone who needs it. He says, I always do. Thrust an armful in my car, serious, smile unchanged. No words, but his eyes say, take, eat. It has been given up for you. I bow my head and drive away. And I'll do bump, bump, like Rosa.
Yes, that was amazing. I'm gonna take a shot for that last one.
I think you're just taking a shot because you like shots. Romaine, thank you so much. It's your work is just, I could listen to you read 1,000 times. You are absolutely wonderful. All of that was beautiful. Yeah, and if you have any upcoming poetry events, please message Los Angeles Poet Society. We would love to amplify because you're in the family now.
You are fabulous, Romaine. Oh my God, I could listen to you. Like what he said, like your voice is incredible and so much conviction in your words. I'm really happy to hear your work tonight.
Layers, the layers.
Man,
You guys are beautiful.
yeah, the layers and just the way you describe things. I'm just like, I think I felt like I think I write too fast. Like you have slowed everything down to like a microscopic descriptive level. It's like, whoa.
Your writing's beautiful. You need to stop. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Okay, so we are going to do a quick pivot into some open micery since we're ahead of time and it's a pandemic and Putin's threatening the world. So what are rules and time anyways? So we're going to do some open mic stuff. So the next few people, I do not have bios for, but you can just look at their beautiful faces, hear the beautiful words, and that'll be the bio enough. First up to the open mic stage is none other than Juan himself, sir. Juan Cardenas, the stage is yours.
Hi everyone, and how's everybody doing? And like super feedback. Oh, there it goes. Oh, never mind. Maybe I should go to a different room.
It's all good. Hashtag being a poet with kids. It is what it is.
Okay, how about now? Can everybody hear me better?
Yeah, much better.
Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, so thank you so much for this space, and Romaine and Rosa, you know, beautiful poetry. I really love that tan tan thing. You know, I've never heard that from anyone before. So I think that's really cool. So here are the two pieces that I wanted to share. One of them is called Linda Chicana. So here it comes. Chicana, ojos negros, enamorado, suspiro tu nombre, mi alma tus besos, el calor de tus caderas, mis pensamientos. Piel canela, I get lost in the night of your eyes. Me portas tú, I collapse by your touch, y tú. I shake by your breath, y solamente tú. Your kiss kills me, y nadie más que tú. And although I try to hold on, I'm forever at your mercy. The earth whispers your name, and I'm changed by your brown skin. And I forgive myself for all that I'm not, like the night forgives the day. That's one of them.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. And here's another one. This one is called "Didn't Ask You If I Could Write This Poem."
Mm.
The wing. Oh, wait, give me a second. Okay, the wing doesn't need the permission of the wind to take flight. The rail doesn't need direction from the wheel. Lungs don't need permission to breathe. Truth needs no reason to speak. The lion doesn't ask its prey in its hour of hunt. No permission, no need for direction. Our breath is the real truth. And here's this other one. This one's untitled. I haven't titled this one, given it a title. Holy are the eyes that can read the ink. Holy are the ears that can hear the words. Holy is the tongue that speaks its soul. Holy are the hands that grasp reality. Bless the beats and the excels, our rabid thirst for truth, our temple of unimaginables, our denials of animalistic ideals, our pleasure in creating and destroying. Every night under her silver veil could be the first time the light might forfeit us. There you go.
Wow.
That's it. Thank you. That's I have a book. I was published on 2020.
Oh.
Called The Beat of an Immigrant Chicano, and it got like an honorable mention from the International Latino Book Awards. And
Ah,
out of it. And
bravo.
is it okay if I read one poem from here?
I insist that you do, good sir.
Great. Okay, so I'll read you the first poem of my book. This book is generally about my journey in crossing the border and my experience as an undocumented here in the U.S. and becoming and you know, and pretty much essentially to the epiphany of belonging, because that's I think one of our hardest challenges here, aside from like the language barrier and the documents and all of that, is feeling like we belong here, you know, when as like native of this continent myself, is exactly where I belong, whether it be here in this part of the continent or below more south, you know. This is the original continent of my ancestors. So anyways, this one's called Home Run. Clang. A baseball flew high across Mexican skies as it caught a glimpse of the American desert at the other side of the steel fence. It took me 2 strikes to hit a home run at a baseball game that took place on the unpaved streets of TJ, just a few yards away from the border. It was my last day in Mexico, early in the morning, as I sat at the breakfast table of my coyote, eating frijoles de la olla with warm corn tortillas, when I saw a group of boys my age playing United States' favorite pastime sport, baseball. I watched with excitement as I saw one team strike the other out, fouls and home runs flew above the uphill dirt road. All bases were formed with sweaters and Coca-Cola bottles. Hadn't witnessed smiles and play for fun for weeks. The night before had been attempt one, a traumatic, desperate chance that fell and left me with a chilling sense of mortality. Had never been so cold for so long, and never had I seen someone so scared. I watched so attentively that my beans were getting cold, imagining myself running for a base. When my mom asked, ¿Quieres ir a jugar con ellos? Do you want to go out and play with them? The red threaded white leather ball savored the fragile freedom and height of the wind's unpatriotic belonging. And so that was from my book. And you know, thank you so much for this space, and thank you to LA Poet Society and you know, and Josh and you know, the Romaine and Rosa and Jessica and Sean, James, and also Alex Petunia's here. I'm just saying hi to everybody.
Juan, what's the title of your book again?
I was gonna say, please drop a link so we can know where to get it.
It's called The Beat of an Immigrant Chicano.
Okay.
And I can drop the link in here. Right now, I have it in a few bookstores. Dia Chuchas is one of them.
Okay.
Libro Mobile is
Yeah.
another one. I've been only doing it in independently owned bookstores. So that's two of them. And the $10 bookstore here in the Valley also has, I think, a copy.
Wait, what valley?
I'm sorry, what?
What area in the valley?
Oh, that's like CSUN area. It's like around I think it's on Tampa
Oh, Tampa.
and Roscoe-ish.
San
Okay.
Fernando Valley,
That's
San Gabriel.
In any case, if you do want to get a copy, I can always just ship it to you. You know, that's
Okay. Great.
yeah. I think
You do PayPal and PayPal?
yes, I do all that.
Cool.
Thank you so
Yay.
much.
Gracias, Juan.
Gracias a ustedes.
All right. Next to our open mic, next to our open mic stage is the complimentary other part of this amazing couple that we just heard right now. And also the mother, the godmother, the great grandmother, the grand supreme deity of Los Angeles Poet Society, Jessica.
Ow, 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 ow. Oh, hey, love you guys. I'm moving over to the other side. Sorry. I'm not trying to be high maintenance. These kids, they get all excited and all the feedback and all the craziness that happens when we're in there together. Okay, sorry. Hello, everyone. I'm excited. I'm happy. Black History Month. Happy Love Month. The One Mic, One Globe is back on. We're on
right.
there. And it's so great to see everybody and to hear all the poetry. I missed you guys.
Me too.
So I want to start with Khalil Gibran, right? The prophet. So I'm going to read his poem about love. And I think self-love is the most important thing ever. Like, if you can't love you, ain't no one gonna love you because you're not gonna let them in, you know? You gotta understand you first. So self-love is where it's at. So y'all, you don't have to be coupled up per se to be in a happy relationship. You gotta be happy with you because that's the relationship that's gonna last forever, right? All right. Okay. So Khalil Gibran, speak to us of love. And he raised his head and looked upon the people, and there fell a stillness upon them. And with a great voice he said, when love beckons to you, follow them, though their ways are hard and steep. And when their wings unfold, you yield to them, though the sword hidden among their pinions may wound you. And when love speaks to you, believe in them, though their voice may shatter your dreams as the north wind lays waste the garden. For even as love crowns you, so shall love crucify you. Even as love is for your growth, so is love for your pruning. Even as they ascend to your height and caress your tenderest branches that quiver in the sun, so shall they descend to your roots and shake them in their clinging to the earth. Like sheaves of corn, they gather you into themselves. They thresh you to make you feel naked. They sift you to free you from husks. They grind you to whiteness. They knead you until you are pliant. And then they assign you to their sacred fire that you may become sacred bread for the gods' sacred feast. All these things shall love do unto you, that you may know the secrets of your heart, and in that knowledge become a fragment of life's heart. But if in your fear you would seek only love's peace and love's pleasure, then it is better for you that you cover your nakedness and pass out of love's threshing floor into the seasonless world, where you shall laugh, but not all of your laughter, and weep, but not all of your tears. Love gives not but itself and takes not from itself. Love possesses not, nor would it be possessed, for love is sufficient unto love. All right. So I made it a non-binary love. I was turning the thems or the he's into the thems and theys, because I'm like, I want to hear him, you know? Them, they, it's about love. Love is shapeless. It does not have, you know, a particular gender or identity. It is love, pure love. And then I just want to share one a new poem, and just a little I guess my recent story, I guess. I took a DNA test back in November, and I've been getting, you know, I got the results, and I've been looking and tracing family tree and all that, and it's really exciting because out of the 4 roots of my body, right, mom's paternal, maternal, father's maternal, paternal, like I only really know one story, like 1/4 of my story. Anyway, so I wanted to learn more. And in learning more, I discovered that my, sorry, I'm trying to plug in my phone, that my great grandpa was a Buffalo soldier. He was Black. So yeah, I'm part Black. I'm really like, I feel liberated. There's much more I got to tell through poetry, but I'm going to share this piece with you guys, and I will be on my way. All right. Sorry, I'm just bringing up the poem. You guys feel free to chat for a sec. Sorry.
And then I said, no, you shouldn't send the missiles. And then things just kind of went off the. That's what's been on my head all day. So that's where all my jokes are.
I'm learning so much about you all the time, Josh.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I found it.
That was great.
Thank you, John.
Okay. Yeah.
And now
love
back to
you
the
guys.
show.
You guys are awesome. Yeah. So what am I? Yeah, I'm just so like, well, my cousin is Black and Mexican, so I always call my Blackino cousin. So I guess I'm a Blackina too. Pretty cool. I'm really excited. All right, here we go. It's called In the Heart. Buffalo soldier, dreadlock rasta. He was a buffalo soldier in the heart of America. I won't pretend to know the Black experience. I never got to live the Black experience, but I do know the brown experience, treading between the white and gray, not knowing where to fit in or in between, which lines to box myself in. Why does it have to be a box? Why not be a flow like a drop of water moving from one place into another, nurturing, saturating everything it touches? blending in with the obscene and with the real, with the miracle or the unique or creative that always is in these hands that I draw upon. Ancestors, what do you see when you see me? Do you see eyes that roam in blackness? Do you see eyes that roam in whiteness? These eyes that stare to heaven, do you see eyes that stare into light, into the electricity that makes me one with you, dear ancestor, buffalo soldier? I know your name. I've known your name my whole life without even knowing it. Joseph Wilson. You've been in the name of my father and in the name of your son. At last you are revealed to me, real on paper, real in my veins. The question that has always made me frown, who are you? Where are you? Where are you from? What are you? Is being a girl not enough? Is being alive not enough? Walking human next to you in the streets, in the classroom, behind doors, not enough? Now I know the fantasy I've made behind the name I've always known to be real. It's not a white face, but a shade of black. And in between African, in between Indian, in between Latinx, I am here. I stand. I'm part of the chain of command. Just a buffalo soldier in the heart of America. I'm a buffalo soldier, just a buffalo soldier. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you guys. One love you guys. Thank you for having me and having the space, Josh. You are awesome. Absolutely love you and everybody here in the room. Blessings, Omatel, and thank you.
Wondrous, wondrous. Part of the chain of command. Gracias, Jessica. All right. I don't think there's any other open micers except for this next person I'm about to bring up. The Bible says that Adam and Eve walked in the garden with God, the creator. And that is how I feel every time this next poet comes to the stage, anytime I'm here, because she created this whole situation that we're participating in right now. Let us welcome Alex Petunia to the stage, who also has recently dropped a book, Tending My Wild. The stage is yours.
Woo, I'm bursting. Thank you, Josh. That was like such a beautiful introduction. I'm like, and I'm enjoying this so much. I am honored to be here and just like share the mic with you all. I'll go ahead. I can ramble on and be awkward because that's kind of what happens with me sometimes. But I wanted to share a couple poems if there's time. First one is from Acid Verse from the LA Poets Society. Get your copy. It's the first version. And this is the Queer Uprising. And I am a nurse and I work with amazing LGBTQ plus community. And so I want to dedicate this to our community. More than apologies. What if we had checked in more, held you closer, sheltered you, invited you to our table, fed you love? Would you still be alive? What if we had respected you, educated ourselves, corrected others, stood up and spoke out, used our privilege for your well-being? Would you still be alive? What if we had advocated, collaborated, more than just marched, more than just posted, more than just voted? Would you still be alive? What if we had shut up, taken up less space, passed the mic, listened to your story, followed your lead? Would you still be alive? What if we had silenced all judgments, seen you as a mirror, welcomed your truth, honored your heart, embraced you like family? Would you then still be alive? No apologies can make up for all the ways we could have included your voice in our song, witnessed your shine, protected your light, supported your dreams, loved you as a sacred soul. Instead, we continue to apologize, shake our heads, shrug shoulders, forget your name until another human life is horrifically murdered. And I wrote that for Alexa Negron Luciano and our LGBTQ Two-Spirit plus siblings lost to violence. Thank you for holding space for that poem. I wanted to just share one more poem, and this is kind of where I'm at after today. I'm coming to you with scrubs on. It's been quite a day, but this is a poem that kind of helps me just honor what I did today. This is called Tapestry. This is for my book, Tending My Wild, through World Stage Press. Tapestry. The day's deeds are done. You gave all of you fearlessly. As you clock out, you pause, held captive by the sky's memories of today, acknowledging that everything you did mattered. All the heart you invested in your patient's care was worth it. All the words you spoke boldly for your team was for systemic change. All the courage that followed you today didn't let you down. You showed up just as you are. You probed the questions, you befriended the mistakes. You remembered to inhale. You harvested your patient's smiles as celebrations. Nothing broke you today. A sign that growth can feel like the satisfaction of a vibrant red sun, kissing the soft horizon goodnight, sinking steady for another sleep of dreaming, while this tender moon readies you for another day of tiny victories. Thank you. Thank you for holding space for my poetry. Again, I'm Alex Petunia. I appreciate you, Josh. This is a phenomenal mic. Thank you so much, LA Poet Society and family here.
Yes, thank you, Alex.
We love you, Alex. Glad you're here.
Without which none of us would be here right now. So definitely check out her book. Thank you for reading. All of that was beautiful. Whew, what a night we have had so far. This is glorious. I love it. I feel like this happens every time in some capacity. Everything just opens up. And now, without further ado, bringing it home, I'm going to read his bio. Mr. Sean Hill, the reality bender himself.
Oh, wait, 1 second. Can
Yes.
we, I think one person maybe wanted to share one thing real quick. Carla, did you still want to share that piece? I know it's amazing. No pressure.
Not putting you on the spot or anything.
No spot or anything.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Can I bring it up? I'm sorry. I need just one moment.
No problem. I was like, I was like, she's a really phenomenal poet, y'all, and she's always sharing more and more consistently. So it's just great. It's just great to see her blossom into more of her poetry. And she's been writing forever, by the way. So I met her during a workshop that I was doing 2 years ago now. Oh my God, you're
The best workshop ever.
Oh, stop it, you. Thank you. And she's just her poetry is so like wonderfully condensed and magical, and I hope you all enjoy it for sure.
Yes. And
I
that
sort of
is
picked,
what he's bending.
I'm so sorry. I sort of picked a piece at random. So it does mention Christmas. It's very specific. So hope that doesn't offend anybody. Okay. It's called Underneath the Tree, and it was based on a prompt. And the prompt was, what do you want for Christmas? So what do I want for Christmas, aside from new pajamas on Christmas Eve? What do I want waiting for me underneath the twinkling Christmas tree? Initially, I thought that I would want the return of those loved and gone. But then my imagination ventured unsupervised into the macabre manifestation of a pet cemetery type of situation, gone fallibly, fantastically, catastrophically wrong. Additionally, it seems paltry, petty, and small that if I could have my pick from all the gifts, be selfish not to choose something that benefits us all. After considerable consideration and an effort to keep it small, this is my Christmas wish. I want the casually damaged planet, the constellation bursting, gasp-worthy, unfathomable galaxies, the burdened, brutally beautiful beings, the creeping and the cawing, the soaring and the crawling, those that thrive on mountain peaks and those floundering fathoms deep, all scrapping and grappling to not go extinct. For the gardens of gladiolas, gardenias, daffodils, daisies, dandelions, and daylilies. For the souls and the seedlings, for the generations of scar tissue piled high inside our flailing minds, and the pain-filled defiance that defines us historically. Brazenly raising its hackles, clanking its shackles, raging beneath the thin of our creepy skin, seeping a trail of generational sin. For the puncture marks and our gnawing fears, our festering insecurities, the instability of our doubts, our shameful, fragile, secreted, our what's it all about, our whimpering vulnerabilities dressed up in the rust-stained applets of centuries of war and embittered grass-bare battlefields and ragged barbed wire shouts. From the traumatized, burning-eyed, barely breathing, breathtaking, barbaric, hardly hanging in their humans, for each and everything that sings, that inhabits this glorious ghost of an ever-gasping planet, for the shaking souls, the quivering limbs, from the stained glass chords of passed down hymns, from the pleading polar bears to the ever-hunted feral beasties, to the going missing honeybees, to the flocks of fragile birds migrating on polluted, too warm breezes, to those who have nots and the gluttonously bloated, to the overfeasted. From this moment, for every season, to the all of you, from the only me. This is my holiday plea. Please let there be healing beneath the Christmas tree. Thank you.
Damn. It's just coming out like that.
Come on now. Come on now. Did I tell you? Didn't I tell you though? Come on now.
Okay,
Not
so
ready. Not ready.
Thank you for having me. Sorry, I stumbled. I haven't practiced it.
girl, please. You're almost not a poet if you're not stumbling. Stop it.
Yes.
That was great. Thank you so much.
Ah, so wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so Sean, your bending powers have warped reality. So we had no more open micers, and then we had Carla, and then you incited someone else. So I'm gonna have one more person come up, and then it'll be you. James Coates, welcome to the stage. The floor is all yours, my friend.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Glad to see so many familiar faces. So I took a nephrastic poetry workshop with LA Poet Society a while back during the pandemic. And I brought that to the nephrastic knowledge to my students in schools that I'm teaching at right now. And so we wrote I wrote two nephrastic poems during the workshop with them. And I would like to share those two poems with you today. So this first one, the prompt was rewrite the origin story of a rainbow. It's titled Brightest Potential. Where there is rain, there's also water. The atmosphere's tears of love washing over us. Earth cries for her offspring to begin anew. I know more exists than clouds blanketing the sky and days of gray longing ticking by. There is promise that light has not left us. Bliss that bends crescent along our horizon, for we still have music and romance, tiramisu, and of course, me and you. That is the fuel that feeds rainbows. Hope that there is light waiting on the other side beyond the darkness of our woes. A prism where inner glow is restored to its brightest potential of turquoise, violet, lime, rose, sienna, and sunflower. A forest of colorful foliage spreading like the sea, bold as a Caribbean reef found right here, growing on land. So we swim hand in hand to the nexus, the point where all colors merge, to find a future untold in the city of possibility. So that's the first piece. And this next piece, it was a portrait of an older gentleman in black and white. I call the piece Patina Pete. His face tells a story long before he opens his mouth. There is no smile. He's seen too much for his lips to purse upward. A hardness is glazed onto his skin, a grime of toughness like an old Chevy truck engine caked with oil and dust that doesn't seem to wash off no matter how much he showers. His head is held up, for he knows how many are not here, but he is, and that means something, maybe luck or destiny. His eyes are barely open, the way a newborn pup struggles to raise their lids, or how an old hunting dog refuses to rise up. There is a sad suffering that rests in his pupils, though, questioning if more could have been done with the time he had, but he is too proud to dwell in regret or mistakes. For each wrinkle tells a story, a battle scar of another year death did not win. Memory is a palette of grayscale, and the weary runs deep through the canyons carved by silent tears reshaping the contours of his face. In this life, he had kids and homes, cars and women, love and war, but now he only has today. That's it for me. Thank you.
Can I say something?
Yes,
James?
go.
Oh my God, your voice, I feel like I will just lay on you and just, like listen to your voice and just, I'll feel like there's no worries in the world.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's your voice, that's your tone, and it's beautiful. And the words you just said, great job.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Well, I didn't want to on your chest, but I was thinking the same thing. Your voice is like gravitas personified. That was awesome. And the words it was gorgeous.
You know, that's a good teacher voice right there. That's what that is. That's a good teacher voice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to that teacher. Whatever they teaching.
Yeah, you know what, Mr. Coates, I will do my long division today. You make an excellent point. Thank you. Okay, I think we're good. Now, without further ado, I'm gonna read the bio of the reality bender himself. Sean Hill is an award. By the way, you guys should see his extended bio. It's amazing. I was just like, I don't even really feel qualified to read this. This is the short bio, but his long, I was like, anyways. Sean Hill is an award-winning multidisciplinary artist. By the way, I'm stealing that to put in my bio because that's a great line. Sean Hill is an award-winning multidisciplinary artist and humanitarian with the focus of supporting universal inner and outer peace in a realistic, fun, and passionate way. As a SAG actor, host, speaker, touring spoken word artist, and workshop facilitator, he has shared stages and pages with Oscar winners, platinum singers, Grammy winners, literary giants like Kevin Powell, formerly Eve Ensler, Jessica Care Moore, Nikki Giovanni, and children from youth homes sharing poems for the first time. He traveled to help build 2 gender-equal schools in Malawi and Nepal. And his quote is, "It is better to light a candle than to curse the dark." Check him out on his Patreon, patreon.com/Let's Bend Reality, and all his socials, as you can see from his Zoom handle, @Let's Bend Reality. Bringing us home for this beautiful night, I give you all Sean Hill.
I open mics like autopsies, commune with perspectives like dissected organs, absorbing the truth within every story until I needed a sedative. I became bored with the negatives, lyrically spliced life as much like rolled dice and practice true positivity till I finally became immune to negativity like oranges with vitamin C breaking hinges off the door. If you invited me to a pity party, hardly a force to be reckoned with, infected with so much positivity, I pee pet peeves until my pee is seen clearly. So positive, even the negatives in my mind added a line just to become a plus sign, to stop opposing and grow with me. Even my fears want to hang out sometimes, and I hug them until they can cope with the scope of non-existence. It's just what happens when a focused mind has way too much time to think. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. My name is Sean Hill. I'm pleased to meet you. This is just the first poem that I'm rapping. I'm just a baby waking up from his napping, learning how to walk and talk this life, from writing with chalk and concrete to rocking with break beats. Hip hop became my training wheels to the point where I could speak. So forget about doing hip hop. I pop and lock and then eat hip hop. I am what I speak, and if you are what you eat, then I am hip hop. Reincarnated, never debated to be the best. I ain't trying to be nothing less than myself. So help me and not, my throat is on fire. I don't mean to burn you. I'm just breaking shackles like Nat Turner, but leave equality like Gandhi. See, I'm not a peace Nazi. The paparazzi couldn't stop me from getting the scoop like Cold Stone. I'm home alone in the zone like, oh, fellow, hello, is anyone out here? If I scream and no one hears me, do I make a sound? Check marks the box. Like it or not, I don't need your approval for this to be hot. And if it's ice cold, well, I honestly don't know and don't care. But to be fair, I care if it's true. So let's play out the facts. I got your back like chiropractors. I want to be in your scene like the best actors. Hey, your DNA is beautiful. Let me be the X factor. But I got to get going eventually. So please don't miss me. I'll be back before you know I'm gone. I want to bring you songs better than fairy tales and nightingales. So I'm getting on tracks like John Henry and offend me. Almost impossible. It wouldn't be logical. It's more probable to turn your energy into something possible like world peace. And even then, many say that's highly unlikely, like a lock without a key, but I bend reality. We can all bend reality. We can turn the improbable into the everyday ordinary. Thank you for listening, y'all. How are we doing so far? How are we doing so far, people? Oh my gosh. Rosa's over there having
Off the hook.
That's great. Alex is smiling big. That's always nice. Romaine, I believe you're appreciating the academic part of my poetry as well. I can tell you academic mind. Look at you. Juan's giving me the slow, nice, laid back snaps. I like that. All right.
My phone is smoking.
My phone is that is the best feedback ever. And James just has that silent black man nod of approval. I love that. I love that. I'll take that in. I'll take that in. Y'all are nice. I'm glad to be here. And when I say nice, I mean nice in multiple ways. Oh my gosh, the poetry, y'all. I'm just, you know what my favorite part of open mics were, like when I first started out, y'all, more than, gosh, when did I first start? 2006, I want to say, is when I started hitting up open mics, right? And I felt like all your stories are literally the fuel for me to keep going as a human being in this life. You know, I get to absorb. When I say that part of my poem, I'm not kidding. Like, I really absorb your stories. I take them in as best I can. And I just want to give a shout out to all of you writing and putting your heart out there and your mind out there all the time, y'all. It's not easy, but we got to do it. We got to do it. Y'all are amazing. So I'm going to jump into my next piece. I'm already having too much fun right now. This is exciting. Josh wearing a Nightwing outfit right now. Like, you don't even know how much I love superheroes, do you? Because I'm wearing these glasses, not on accident. I am a nerd.
Yeah, we're clearly gonna have to talk and or hang out after this.
Clearly. Even the way you said clearly, I agree and concur with that, good sir.
Affirmative.
Affirmative. All right. So of course, I feel like I can't do poetry without doing a love poem. And I love asking this question. How many of you are in love right now? How many of you are like, you're in love? This is amazing. I'm in love. All right, some awkward faces. How many of you are in love with yourself or with your cat or with your family members? That counts too. Okay, that counts as love. All right, cool. Because I was gonna be worried if Juan or Jessica didn't say they were already in love. I was gonna cry already. I was just gonna cry. Second question, how many of you really want to be in love? You watch a Notebook like on repeat this week. Love Jones, just ready to go, DVD or streaming. All right, cool. Thanks for being honest. Last and final question, how many of you know that you are love? Oh, I love seeing the gears turn on that one. That was great. All right. So this is dedicated to all of you, lovely people. Oh, and this is a true story. That's based on a true story. That's based on 2 other true stories that I made up. Love you is easy because you're beautiful. It's funny how long it took me to say that to you. Building up courage like Lego blocks to say something so basic, so factual. You are beautiful. It's funny because it's not so hard now. See, at first I kept thinking about how it meant so much to say it. Like saying that to you means I like you, and your response might mean that you like me, and that result would be crazy because then I wouldn't know what to do next. Truth was, I didn't really know what to do when I first said it. I was so excited about possible futures and saddened by a few regretful pasts. Somehow the last thing I even thought about was now. So now I'm fully present. I'm so present you could open me. I'm so present that when a first grade teacher asks who is present in class, all the kids respond with my name. I'm so present that when Michael J. Fox traveled back to the past to go back to the future and then back to the past again, he realized he was me anywhere he went. The present right now, you are so beautiful. And no, it's not a compliment. It's a fact. It's a truth. It's like saying birds sing, or the sky's blue, or the ocean has tides. And even then you are just as beautiful as nature, because without you, the ocean doesn't want to wave anymore. Without you, mountains don't feel hardcore and they don't want to rock out anymore. Without you, stars told me they would actually get neutered. Y'all get that? Because they're balls of gas. It's like suicide for a star. It's a terrible thing. You would never want to wish that upon a star. So basically, what I'm trying to say is please keep existing. Keep being you. And I know I don't really need to ask you to do it. You do it without a question. It's a lesson I keep teaching myself. So thank you for reflecting that lesson so I could see me and be me. Truly, thank you. And I love you. Not a compliment. It's a fact. You are beautiful. Remember, y'all, it's not a compliment. It's a what? Let me hear you say it. Let me hear you say it.
It's a fact.
Fact.
Oh, wait, say it like you mean it. Say it like you mean it. Say it with your chest out. Say it with your chest out. Oh man, thanks for listening, y'all. Thanks for listening. Oh my gosh, y'all. Here's the hardest part in these poems right now is that I want to look at all your reactions, but then I'm also looking at the little light on here so I could like connect though. You know what I mean? Like, no, bro. So yeah, it's tough to balance it out. Man, y'all are looking happy. This feels good. This feels good. All right, because I'm about to break you down. I'm about to bring you down. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Who says that? That's terrible. Terrible emotional roller coaster of a joke. I'm sorry. Sorry. I am going to read first, before I hit you with the deep stuff, a snippet of a Black History Month poem that I did. And it was for a bunch of great educators in this great program. And I'll tell you all about it. You know, I'll put the YouTube link in there if you want more of this piece, but get ready because we about to get black. We about to get black. It's about to get black up in here. Okay. I love how like some of you are like, no, I think I know what this means, but I don't fully know, but I think I know. That's great. I love that. All right, here we go. Oh, and also I think the only other thing you need to know is that this was like, I had the idea of making sure that high school kids for sure would be able to get this or grasp this, and maybe younger. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure on the age range yet that this poem would be for, but I'm still revamping a few things. All right, get ready, y'all. Get ready. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. I don't even know why I'm doing that. I'm just gonna be sitting here this whole time. And this feels good. All right, let me hydrate. Let me hydrate. Y'all hydrated? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. You are Black history in the making. Black history you are creating. From Black history you were created. We all are from Black history.
So whether you're blackety black, or not heavily melanated, you are heavenly, genetically, beautiful, visually, and just your being is so sacred, it's silly, really, from the lightest brown skin to the darkest black, and every shade in between that, aboriginal or not, you're amazing. We are truly magnificent, any hue, never forget that, because to this day, we can turn anything gray into blue skies. We give each other hellos with full depth of the lows and highs we've hit in this historical journey, keeping our purpose gloriously towards unity and love, selfless and stylish at the same time, powerful and humble in the same rhyme, and we still teach others how to appreciate another human's beauty. Because up to this second, many disrespect or insult those of a different color skin, and the irony lies in the lies they were told that were ironed in, which turned a part of their heart into mold. And I have empathy for those who never learned how beautiful we all are. There's so many people and nations with sins and scars which don't have to be so painful when we see our scars instead as lesson plans for healing, when we wrap each other with apologies like a sweater, then put power into action and change like Curtis Jackson, we apply those same lessons like homework. This is the time to get ready for any pop quiz when some people still question our right to fully live. So sometimes we need a deep breath to lose our temper a lot less when we remember just how blessed we are. No hashtag. Our social media as a people began with charting stars 7,000 years ago, 700 miles south of Giza in Egypt, making the oldest astronomical observatory. No wonder we can see the light in each other so effortlessly. We must be Black history in the making. Black history so creative. Black history elevating. Black history is a part of all our histories. Oh, thanks for listening, y'all. Woo, my gosh. Oh, so fun to do that poem, y'all. Like that's only half. That's only half, people. Come on now. You're not even ready for the other. If we have time after, like I'll do the other, but yo, that's just half. And I was impressed with my own I was like, yo, did I write that? I didn't write that. Who wrote that? Who ghost writ for myself? Who stuck up in this room, get on my laptop and write poems out like that? Who did that? Who did that? Anyway, y'all are great.
The other half of disassociation disorder, like sometimes it's positive.
Oh my gosh, Josh. Yeah, well, I mean, if we don't do a podcast, we're only fooling ourselves. It's gonna be great, Alex. Alex, good call. Yeah. Good call. This is great. Y'all are just great. Let me do this. Let me hop into this next piece now, because this is where I'm gonna bring you down a little bit, but in a beautiful way. Because no poem really brings you down, in my opinion. And I'll say this. I'll preface it with two things real quick. One, this is a war poem, right? And every time now that I hear about a new war, or remember that there's already wars happening, or find out that there's other wars being happening right now, there's a skirmish in Somalia, someplace near Damascus even. There's people fighting right now that we don't even know about. And this poem kind of became a good reminder to care about that more often for myself. Because like I know we all can do, it's easy to hop on, the IG or watch a good movie and forget about the world for a bit, So I'm trying to get better at doing that. Because I think if I don't need to escape, then I feel like I can make a world that's better for us all. Then, we all can do that collectively, and we don't need to escape it so much, you know what I mean? So it's kind of one idea. And then another idea right now that hit me a little bit before coming on today was that a friend of mine asked me for some feedback about a poem they're writing for this project. And the poem is about being a child of war, y'all. And it's definitely not a topic I think about often. And even connecting with war more and more, and remembering when we see footage on TV that that's someone's home, right? Or that's someone's, family that's running away from a blast, right? So, this is also hopefully to help reconnect us with all those other brothers and sisters out there, whether they look like us or not. We're all on this planet together, right? So, I think that's, yeah, that was everything. Yeah, that was everything I had to say about that. Here we go. This is called Supernova Battle Cry. What? War is inspirational, proudly patriotic. Our duty, a must, a necessary evil, a justified attack, a way of the world, no other route. Until you find out how mothers have the best battle cries when a son dies. Sometimes not enough pieces of them left to ship home, a black hole endlessly creating itself in parents' hearts. Believing war is necessary to bring peace is thinking drowning necessary to breathe air. We teach our children to solve problems and misunderstandings through dialogue, compromise, the sacrifice of pride. But as adults, we send the same children to wars. We built them weapons to fight for, ideals we all don't really believe in. A last resort, no other way, self-defense, freedom. This is just how it is. The greatest untold battles are fought in our hearts and minds. Not taking the time to truly apply a new solution has become a tired tale. We no longer fall asleep. We have practiced more patience to hate ourselves in wars than develop love for someone else, which we can change. Just by rearranging our priorities of which book we want to read first from off our shelves. The book of last resorts is better to read if we're planning vacations. The book of no other way is really a lazy read for not trying harder or applying perspective. The book of self-defense has been more of a stubborn belief that our life is more important than another's because they have a different culture we don't fully understand. And this book is based on a true story historically. I see the last book. That last book we often read. The book of freedom. This old shelf holding this old story. And we think these are self-help books, but they turn out to be self-hurt. Establishing freedom by killing in wars is an arranged marriage attitude, hoping what we put in place is the best for both parties without fully knowing and caring who and what they want within. Ever within, we can begin to stop these wars. Weapons fall when hearts think. Then suns will rise and our souls will blink. We can't fight if there are no soldiers or believers of war on either side. When soldiers decide it is better to live for their ideals than die for their country, who made their ideals, dying for their country, dying for our country is in fact hurting our country. It's taking away our precious lives, fracturing our lovely families, minusing a father, mother, sister, brother, all the same in the name of honor, but not in integrity. To know why we fight, to know the history of who we are before the end of this book, to find out what it means to be human. We can choose to help our misguided human leaders who make mistakes like the rest of us figure things out by standing down, sitting down, and enjoying a show together. Make some art that will heal wounds so much sooner than making new ones. Believe me, it works. I've seen it. I've heard it, I've felt it, I've read it, the works of people war-torn who mend themselves in the silence and peace of reading, understanding poetry, peace on a canvas, peace in writing, peace on that big screen, peace in creating a theater scene, peace in creating another story, peace in making laughter, peace in making peace inside, putting together pieces that we thought we could hide with bombs and bullets, thought we could stuff good intentions inside ammunition, but really inside us, inside all of us that believe in war, there is a bomb that we can dismantle. There is a bullet, a missile that we don't need to fire. There is a fire we don't ever need to set. I don't know exactly what will happen when we push reset on this thinking, but I do know it is the best step towards the direction of love. And I mean real love for each other, for ourselves, real self-reflection of the complaints we are cancered of saying. And beautiful, realistic world peace will be ours for the making, ours for the creating, ours for the enjoying. And finally, we can put an end to creating black holes in the hearts of parents. We can start keeping our new dawns, our new suns, burning their light fiery, spinning true, keeping our solar systems aligned, lovely, brightly, brightly alive. Thanks for listening, y'all. Oh, all right. How we doing? How we doing on time, y'all? How we doing? Let me check in with that.
Oh my God.
I mean, time doesn't exist after something like that. You just
Love y'all.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna close out then with one piece then, y'all, and it feels right to end on, because I
Beautiful.
think as much as we think about war, y'all, and what we think about our history, I remember reading that we are still in the most peaceful times that have ever existed. We still actually somehow have at least a guideline of laws and what we call civilization, right? To at least believe in and guide us at this point. And the way that it was broken down, I had to keep my patience in check, y'all, because sometimes I know it doesn't feel that way. I know. I know. Oh, I know. So if anything, I hope this last piece is some more fuel for you to keep going when it gets hard, y'all. And what else did I need to say before this? Oh, and yeah, already, you know, I'm gonna be your friend on Facebook, on Instagram. Come on now, like we've bonded for life here, y'all. So easily, just want to make sure that's said there. Yeah, got books and stuff to sell and all that jazz, but I feel like, yeah, I just want to get into this piece actually. All right, and when I say thank you for listening after every piece, that's a very conscious decision, because as you know, a lot of us either don't listen, we don't know how to listen. Some of us are fighting ourselves to listen. Some of us think we're listening when we're not. And then there are so many people that aren't even aware of the ability to fully, truly take someone in and fully take them in that way listening. So I really give a heartfelt thank you with listening to me, y'all. Thank you. I'm only human. 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 I'm only infinite. I'm only connected to a collective consciousness of an entire species who thrives to exist. I'm only connected to a source known and unknown that is forever, creates and answers us in mysterious and ever all loving ways. I'm only human. I'm only a single part of a whole. I'm only a single universe of atoms. I'm only DNA directly affected, culminating to the current vibration combination of chromosomes, testosterone, estrogen, H2O, and more. I'm only human. Having a consciousness as large as my imagination, able to create illusions as real as blueprints to buildings until manifested as constructed concepts become tangible. My imagination is impossibly perfect. Designed to envision, I have visions that can give me stress or give me alternate scenarios to test while calling my body to react, like imagining drowning could make me short of breath, while the image of myself playing with my niece Sequoia could make my heart skip a beat, a lung, or a decade. I'm only human with this capacity to love that makes each breath I feel like it matters, and to make matters worse, it makes it feel like I matter to someone else with a wealth inside that feels like diamonds died compared to this feeling of bliss from a kiss that was free to give, to receive, honestly, human. From Pangea to now, we are and have always been one, with determination, discipline, and infinite gifts to confront our grief, our suffering, our ignorance, our wars, to keep seeing beyond any misery, to keep confidently bending reality, connecting new synapses and new habits to progress and change, to process and remain together unified, to keep going on as lovingly as possible through ever all previous obstacles. It seems like being human is the greatest thing we could ever say we are. Thanks again for listening, y'all. My goodness. Love y'all.
Can I say something? Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so. Go ahead, Miss Rosa.
Oh my God. I had
so excited. So great.
I got chilled. I had to cover myself. Okay. There should be a church. There should be a church of poetry. It should be you on the altar. And I will go every time to that church just to listen to you and like get a choir or something. And I just saw that, just watching and hearing you and listening to you. I'm like, I want to go to the church of Sean, the church of poetry. And yeah.
Thanks. You know what's funny is that a friend of mine wrote a piece that said something like poetry is more sacred than church.
Yes.
And it blew my mind. Right? Because it truly is universally open and welcoming, right? Every time I've been to open mic, y'all, I definitely feel like it's our church, y'all. This is where we get that the holy poetry spirit, right?
Yeah.
And thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. I will take that compliment for sure and tuck it into my afro for safekeeping for sure.
Yes.
But last but not least, let me say this, and then I know we got hopefully some time to talk and everything, but I always like to remind and end with that favorite quote of mine: it's better to light a candle than to curse the dark. And I haven't seen that quote go wrong yet. Sometimes it takes people more time to feel that light or feel the love or the healing that you're offering them. Sometimes it has to come from someone else, right? But I've never seen in an argument or a fight or even in a war when we actually are trying to help the other side more than what we want, more than what we might selfishly feel that we should get or be entitled to. But when we help each other and we make sure the other one is okay and that they're heard and they're listened to, 9 times out of 10, it's always been more likely that they're more open, that they actually want to help more, that they feel safe and secure to even listen and want to dialogue. And I just wanted to offer that, just wanted to offer that to y'all one more time, that it's better to light a candle than to curse the dark. It keeps me going, and I hope it keeps y'all going. Much love and respect. Thank you for having me again, LA Poet Society. Josh, you phenomenal human being. Jessica and Juan, I love y'all. And Miss Petunia, I know you just do everything else also here. So thanks y'all for having me. Appreciate you.
Yeah. We love you. Juan sends us love too.
Bye.
Aw.
Get to sleep.
It was fantastic. Oh, I want to show you something, Sean. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and I also have my Casa award right here, by the way. Just to make
I
sure you
saw
know that.
that.
Yo,
Oh
I'm
my
so
God, what
proud
an
of y'all gave
honor.
me this.
That's amazing.
It fell a couple times, so it broke a little bit. Don't tell anybody.
Oh shit. Oopsie. I'll get you a new frame. But so I was cleaning up my bookshelf or straightening things up, and I found this art from the archive. Remember that?
Yes.
The Sean Hill CD. Let's Bend Reality.
Yo, I
Where you
made that.
know your throat.
I made that digital, and I'll give you all a copy right now because that's
Hey.
the most uplifting music mix you may ever like need in your life.
Oh yeah, always. We love you. And you know, a couple days ago, I was introducing you to my students in class and playing your TED Talk actually. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna invite him to join us and like through Zoom, but like in April for
happily.
Poetry Month. So I'm gonna reach out. It's probably all
Happily.
y'all guys. But you're a celebrity to my class. So
Ah.
10th graders and 9th graders at Panorama High School. So just want to let you know.
I can't wait to meet them.
They said you're famous. They're like, you know, famous people, miss. I'm like,
Gosh,
yeah, he's my friend.
so weird and funny to hear that. But I'll, you know what? I'll work with it because I know one thing with fame, y'all. And this was a great note given to me by one of those Grammy winner people that I met, that I work with. He said this thing about when you're famous, it's not about just, yay, I'm happy I'm famous, but you want to use your fame to point at things that matter in the world. You want to always use that fame to actually help charities, to help fundraisers, right? Do that kind of stuff. And that's been keeping me humble, y'all. It's been keeping me humble for sure. So yeah, oh my gosh, not a problem. I'll like cringe for a second when I hear it, but then I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a compliment, right?
Yeah, you're like, that's me. You earned it. You earned it,
I
brother.
earned it.
Take it.
Appreciate
It's
y'all.
yours.
Oh, thanks, Dio. Yeah, what else? What else we talking about? We're just hanging out, or what happens after this now? Totally want to like just hang out with all of you.
I'm lost for words for you, Sean. I'm like,
Oh my gosh. If you write about what you're feeling right now, I would totally love to hear that poem too. Because you're a beast with it. You don't even know how good you are, which is the hilarious part.
Right.
Right? Like I feel like everyone, right? Am I right? Everyone, Rosa was like, "Ta-da," and then everyone's like, what? What did she just say to my heart? Like, no, it's so good.
Awesome.
So good, y'all. For sure.
takeaway. Thank you.
I like my rosa with a sal de limon and some sal.
It was so good. I didn't even take a shot. Now I'm gonna take a shot for you, Sean.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my gosh. Wait, you take a shot for me?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot for you because
Can you take like I don't even drink though. Is that sacrilege? Did you take a shot of like green juice?
I'm drinking for you. I'm drinking for you.
You gotta do a shot of vitamin water in order for it to
Vitamin water. Oh my god. No, I'm still honored. I'm still honored in your tradition.
It's the best. That's good
Respect
stuff right there.
It's
Yeah.
been wonderful. Golly, you guys.
Yeah,
this
what's up,
has
Romaine?
been the best evening. And actually, Sean, you know what? I might be hitting you up to say something to my class too.
Oh, snap, you're a teacher too. That's right. Yes.
Yeah. So this has just been, I'm full. I'm absolutely full. And that's how you're supposed to feel at the end of a poetry night. Thank you so much, Josh, for inviting me because I wouldn't have known otherwise. Thank you, Jessica, for your beautiful poetry, Buffalo Soldiers, and James for your love poetry as always, and Alex for your gender poem. Oh my gosh, it was powerful. And Carla, fire, and Rosa, girl, you just emotion and fire all over the place. Yes. So I just really want to thank everybody. Juan, thank you. Oh my gosh, you have I can't wait to get your book. So I just want to say I have to get up early in the morning, but it's just, this is a hug. So thank you so much.
Thank
Oh, wait, can I compliment you back real quick? Oh my gosh, real quick. Yo,
she deserves
I always appreciate that ability to combine the academic world of poetry. I wasn't kidding. And just the everyday like feeling of poetry. And you've done that so beautifully.
Oh,
and I'm not kidding. When I said layers earlier, yeah, like I know a lot of your poetry definitely was meant to be read and fully taken in even more. and I'm willing to do that work. So like, thank you again for what you're putting out there and making me feel good to be a Black man in this society. Again, we don't have enough poems like that for sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh
Good
my God.
night.
Thank you one more time.
Good evening.
Yeah, Ashe on that one. Little
Hey,
Ashe.
Ashe.
Come on now. Come on now.
Good night.
All right, good night. Yeah, good night.
Oh,
Right.
beautiful.
Yeah,
I love it. We're all connecting.
Yeah, I will formally close and everyone can disperse as they will. I don't want to keep anyone. Thank you all. This was glorious. I feel like this happens in some capacity every time. What I think only Jessica here knows is we took an extended break just because, a lot of shit was going down in the mentals. And so coming back and having it be this is just like, I'm with you, Rosa. Like, it's church, it's poetry that's better than church. Like, it's sacred. It's why we do it, honestly. So thank you, everyone. Literally, the lineup was perfect, including the open micros who popped in. Like, it all was perfect. It all was perfect. It all was divine. I think I've shared this here before. Last year, I was in a conversation with a coworker, and she's asking me my thoughts on God. That was a whole rabbit trail because I grew up in church, and I was like, you know what? I think I don't want to say like beyond the idea of God. But I'm just like, the word that I'm more fixated on now, that I feel like is more accessible, is radiance. I feel like the divine essence that encompasses everything is radiance. And you can find that sometimes at church, sometimes it's a conversation, sometimes it's getting your favorite coffee, sometimes it's at a poetry reading, sometimes it's taking a nap, sometimes it's karaoke night. You don't know where the radiance is going to find you, but you know that the radiance will always find you. And that's just a more accessible concept. And radiance. And this is an essay that I was like, why does this essay not exist? And I was like, maybe I should write it. But like, God doesn't have a gender. Like, God was assigned a male gender because it came out of a patriarchal society, but spirit is genderless. Radiance is genderless. And I feel we ascribe to radiance what we are most in need of. So sometimes it's mom, sometimes it's dad, sometimes it's friend. I think there's a reason when we go into nature, we get around words and it's like, oh, I feel more connected. And this whole thing, all the way through, was filled with radiance. And for that, I thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Josh, for this space. I love each and every one of you. I fucking love all of you so much.
Hey, fucking love you too.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that was so well said, Josh. I love it. Yes, God is spiritless. I just, creator, creation, why we're here, and we're a product of love. Like Sean was saying, we all been talking about.
Yeah.
Good. It was a good night. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
We definitely gotta hang out or do something because this doesn't always happen.
And the way you combined humor with the hosting, I was like, wait a minute, what is that something I would have said? I was like, what's this guy? Oh my gosh, he like took the joke right out of my mind. And I was like, no, that was his joke. That was a solid joke. That was all him. Not take credit.
Thank you. I wasn't sure after the fact, like it just kind of came out. I was like, she asked me to vamp. I was like, I don't really have anything. I guess I'll go with Putin. I mean, what else are we gonna vamp with? We're trying to vamp the world. So anyways.
Beautiful. Anything else, y'all? Yeah. Oh my gosh, y'all are great.
Well, okay, I'll just plug tomorrow on Instagram at 6 p.m. Shonda Buchanan and I are gonna go live.
Yes, I love
for
Shonda.
Voices of Color. Oh, I love her too. She's so amazing. Such a a leader, activist. I admire her so much. So we're gonna have a conversation IG live at Los Angeles Poet Society tomorrow at 6 p.m. And then on Saturday, it's the Culver City Book Festival over at the Wenday Museum. So actually in person, if you guys want to drop by, it's free from like 12 to about 5, I believe. We'll be there, LA Poet Society, but so many other presses and authors, and it'll be a lot of fun. So if you're free, come say hi.
I teach on the weekends too, but darn it. But I have to go. I want to write and remember what I want to write about Sean's poetry, because I'm feeling it right now.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Get it,
we'll
Rosa.
take that as the formal I said. Thank you, everyone. And as they say in the Old Baptist Church, you are dismissed.
Thank you, guys. I love you. See you in the
Peace be
great.
with you.
Thank you.
Peace
Love
be
you
with
too, guys. Be safe and see you soon.
Amazing. You're amazing.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Josh.
Gosh, thank you. Bye. Love you guys.
Aw, and Romaine was awesome. I love Romaine too.
Ah, wonderful. All right.
All right.
You
Lots
guys.
of love. Good
Bye.
night. Bye, Alex. It's good to see you.